Welcome, Cinepals. I'm Jabby Kawai, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We are watching the new trailer to Elemental from Pixar. Thanks so much for joining us. If y'all haven't already, do me a big favor. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. By the by, we are in a hotel room that has been intermittently experiencing some power out issues. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the middle of the reaction, but if it just goes black for a second, you understand why.
Meet the residents of Element City.
Oh, cool.
Air usually has their head in the clouds.
Oh, my new jacket!
Earth can be a little seedy.
Nothing weird going on here.
Just a little pruning. Water is always getting into something.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh.
fire, as ordered, we run a little hot.
Oh, wow.
This shop is dream of our family. Someday it'll all be yours.
Oh, my God.
But
Kung
we
Fu
all
Panda.
live
That's what I
by
was thinking.
One simple rule.
Elements cannot mix.
Oh.
The pipe squished me all out of shape.
Dang.
That's better.
Oh.
So you've never left Firetown?
Sorry, buddy. Elements don't mix.
Hey!
Plus, my dad would boil you alive.
Why does anyone get to tell you what you can do in your life? Come on! Why do they even have these?
Who knows?
Watch this!
That's cool.
Aww.
Ember, I see a change in you.
What, hair guy? You live here?
It's my mom's place.
We got two kids that are swimming around here somewhere. Orca! Follow!
Oh my goodness.
I've been trying to fill my father's shoes, but I never once asked what I wanted to do.
Try this.
Dad, those are too hot.
I love hot food.
Steam.
See? He likes it.
Oh, there's your steam.
Aww.
So the story is a tad derivative. We've seen
Yes,
this story before.
we have.
However, I'm liking the tone. I'm liking the overall vibe of it, and the animation is splendid and colorful and vibrant, and it's fun to look at. You're dealing with a world that we haven't spent time in before, and so that's cool. So while the story might be, retreading old ground,
Yeah.
I think that the world is brand new, and that makes it cool and inviting for me.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing that is the most exciting to me about this, because it just looks really colorful and delightful and fun. It put a big smile on my face. And I think that it's an important message, especially for younger kids. It can kind of explain racism in a way that seems accessible and palatable. And it's like not too serious, but the message is there where it's like, we can mix, we can mingle, and we can create something new and beautiful that's embracing all of our differences and the way that we alchemize and turn into something different altogether.
I guess it is racism, isn't it? Because when he was eating the meal and the father was testing him, I was thinking race, but not so much as in like racism and like, people. Okay, it is very overtly racism.
Yeah.
But like, I was more so thinking about when you're dating someone of another culture. I was thinking of more
Sure.
cultural barriers than I
yeah.
was thinking race. That's what I was trying to articulate. Like, oh, we don't mingle. Like, that is totally racism.
Yeah.
Going way back to like old Nickelodeon
Yeah.
after school specials. But like, what I was more thinking about was like how, typically, if I'm going out with an Indian person or a Thai person or whatever, like maybe I'm not going to be as familiar with their food and they're going to test me. Like I dated a Chinese person. Well, there's a lot of different kinds of Chinese out there, but like I was dating a Chinese person of Fukienese descent and they were showing me their food and I was like, that's great.
So delicious.
For anyone who's dated outside of their culture, that was a highly relatable moment.
Yeah.
Even if you've just eaten food outside of your comfort, it's relatable.
Yeah. And I mean, I love how they're portraying all of the different elements in such a cool and quirky way. Like water just seems to be like this kind of fun, mischievous little element. I love that bit where the little water kid was like, ooh, a sponge, and then just like got sucked into it and was like, help.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cute.
It has a very Monsters, Inc. kind of vibe to the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
because you see that stuff, like, especially in the beginning of Monsters, Inc.,
Yeah.
where, like, the guy's reading the newspaper and he sneezes, Gesundheit, and, like, the whole newspaper goes away. I
Yeah.
think that's what it was. And then one guy falls into a sewer grate?
Yeah.
Falls into a
I guess
sewer.
So. Yeah, I don't really remember that well. But
English is my second language.
Yeah.
First language is just
American.
noises.
Oh.
American. There you go. That's a better joke.
This is what Pixar does really well, is to create moving stories. I'm going to assume that this is going to be moving. I hope it is.
What is going to be the moment that makes you cry?
Exactly.
And rip your heart out of your chest. What's that moment in this movie?
It's going to be where she gets approval from her dad or something. And everything's going to be okay. I love you. I accept your choices. Go forth and live your life. Don't let me tell you.
Go forth and multiply.
Yeah, exactly.
And make little half water, half fire babies.
Yeah, that thing.
How would that work out?
I don't know. They'd be like steam or something, and then they would just turn into air. But, all of the elements intertwining, why not? Like, it could be something really cool.
I cannot remember if I talked about this before. I probably have, because I have a tendency to repeat my stories sometimes. But there was a video series I used to watch as a kid called Mind's Eye. And
Yes, you have talked about this.
But for this? For this.
I don't know.
In one of the videos, is it Mind's Eye? It was like back in, before Toy Story, or right around Toy Story when CGI was first coming on the scene, and it was way more appreciated than it is now, and people didn't just take it for granted. They made these like hour-long animations, and they would just be these little vignettes of cool little things that they maybe had a story, maybe they didn't. It didn't matter. It was just like stimulating, right?
Right.
Especially if you were on mushrooms, which I was not. And so now would be a great time to. Anyway, we're not going down that road. What I'm trying to say is there was this one where you had this like little planet thing that was kind of made out of glass, and on the top side were eagles, birds. On the bottom side were fish, and between them was this barrier of glass.
I remember this story.
And one of the eagles and one of the fish, kind of saw each other and were kind of doing their little dance, their little mating dance for each other, and they wanted to, be next to each other, and they couldn't because of the glass barrier. So the eagle went up high and then went down and smashed through the glass so that he could be together with his fish lover. And then all the eagles and fish started mingling. It just takes one.
Yeah, that's right.
So
all it takes is one. So maybe this will be the groundbreaking couple.
Aha.
Although I do feel like fire and earth are not a good mixture, because the fire just scorches the earth, and it's like, oh,
That's from your perspective.
you're too hot for me.
You very narrow-minded human.
I'm an earth sign, okay?
Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoy this. I'm Jabby Koi. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.